Hi, and welcome to the RCN Rocket Chief. As you've just seen, again, if you watched my original Tazz video, and I'll leave a link here and down in the doobly-doo, so you can watch the original flights of the Tazz, it does need just a few repairs. So today, we're going to make a new body tube for it using this dowel, some cardstock, a little bit of craft tape. So please go watch the video, see if it worked out, and come on back and we'll show you how we did it. Tazz on a self-roll body tube on a B44. It's -5 degrees. You can see it's overcast, starting to break up a little bit, but the wind's up to about 15 degrees, so taking the advantage of fairly light day on the Atlantic coast to launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Spinning on the way up as I hoped for. B4 forks, ooh, there it is. Nice flight. So to make your own body tube, you need a sheet of, I use 110-pound cardstock. Lighter weights in the 70s also work, but I like the strength that this gives us. And of course, a dowel of appropriate size. So you take your long edge, the 11-inch side, you roll it around the dowel. Make sure you leave about an inch or so to grab onto on the end and to help you line it up squarely. And you just roll it pretty much as tightly as you can, which means that sometimes it can be a little hard to get off. But then you line up the edges best you can. I got this on here pretty tight, so it's not going to move much. There we go. And then on the loose end, take a length of your craft tape and run it. It's a little hard to do this with somebody watching you. Carefully put it on here and then roll it down. I left too much on the bottom and it seems to want to wrinkle a little bit here on me. But then it's got that bit over the top. And then it'll probably actually stick just like this, but the two consistencies of material here may mean that finishing it can be a bit of a problem. So, and to add a little extra stickiness, if you will, take another piece of craft tape and finish it. Takes a little bit of patience to try and get the wrinkles out of it. I've got one in here already. But again, like any rocket tube, it can be finished with a little bit of white glue and or some wood filler. You will end up with one long seam down here where the paper is folded over, and of course a seam where the tape overlaps. Sometimes it doesn't want to stick. So of course, white glue will help you with that. Then you just cut the bottom off. Eventually. And it should slide right off. There is a little bit of extra tape there on the bottom that we're going to have to trim off, and a ditto on the top. I'll show you what we do with that on the top. See how close we got it, remembering we're not machining with precision. So this is going to fit fine once we're done working with it. And what I like to do with the top pieces is trim it down to the paper, cut it down to where the paper is, in segments. And fold them inside. It helps the tape stick on the end, and oops, I'm going to keep this. In this case, we've got the nose cone in there nice and tight. We'd probably have to trim it if we wanted it to come off, but of course with Tazz, we want this nose cone to stay on. That, in a nutshell, is how you roll your own body tube. So the repair of Tazz was fairly straightforward. Just collected up the pieces, still had them all from our original catastrophic destruction, and just glued them back on our new body tube in the locations they had been in the first place. And for our new launch, deliberately made sure we left the elastics in place so that it would spin nicely on the way up. Please carry on, come back for a future adventure.